Hello everyone, welcome back. This is a super cool frame I got from the Dollar General. I spray painted it and of course I got overspray on everything. I am wanting to do some kind of geode looking wall art. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet or how I want the pattern to look. Probably something like this. I really like how that looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some stones on here. I'm using the crushed glass. Gonna get some on there. I am going to coat this with resin. I'm gonna put some of these silver stones on here too. You know, I just usually use these stones for blooms, but I really like them. They're so pretty. You know, I got this frame for like, it was on sale. I think I only ended up paying like 10 cents for it. You know, if you go in there and you scan some of the barcodes, sometimes things are on clearance. You know, it's not advertised. So I went in there, scanned a couple barcodes. Some frames were on sale. Super clearance, and I was so thrilled. So that's how I ended up with a couple of these frames. And I need some kind of pictures to hang up in my bedroom area. So let me torch that again. And we're just gonna drizzle some of this over it. But these are really cool projects you can make for people, you know what I mean? For your friends or for yourself. However you want it to look. I do think I'm gonna add some of this glitter. It's like an opal kind of glitter, but it's so beautiful actually. I really like it. Okay guys, I will see you in a little while. Bye. All right everyone, welcome back. Let's work on this some more. I'm sorry, my heater is blowing. It should be turning off in a minute. I don't know if that's exactly even. I'm trying to get it lined up. Okay. I've got some resin mixed up. I'm gonna put some in this cup. And this one as well. So what I'm gonna mix up is the Let's Resin Ocean White epoxy pigment. I'm gonna mix up the black epoxy pigment. And then I'm gonna mix up some of the silver mica powder from Let's Resin that I got, along with some of this silver armor art pigment, but it's pretty old. So let's get to mixing. You know, I was thinking about this. Even if you have an old frame that you want to repurpose and don't know what you want to do with it, this is an amazing idea to use for that. And it's so easy. I know a lot of my new wood carving friends are wanting to get into resin. And I know they comment on a lot of my blooms. And this is just pouring it on there, you know. This isn't having to wait till a certain temperature, you know, so you make sure your white blooms into petals. This would be a fun project for anyone, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do this silver in this one, but I'm gonna open that silver mica powder somewhere else because it's really light and it might blow all over the place. So And this is just a giant container I had bought on Amazon. Let's look at that. Yeah. A little more of the silver. Okay, I think that's good. I got my white mixed up. I got my silver mixed up. Now it's time for the black. So let's get some of this. I didn't know I already took the lid off and got it all over me. Okay, got some black in there. You don't want it see through at all, so I'm gonna put a tiny bit more in because I want it black. Anytime I put a black back on something, a bloom or whatever, now I use this Let's Resin pigment. It's a big bottle and it lasts forever. We're gonna do the white. We're gonna do the white right along the edge right there. Right next to it, every one. Oh goodness, poured it right on there. I did add more stones in that top left part. I just felt like they needed to be there. Okay, got that done. Now we're gonna go in with some black. Hope I don't pour out too much in this big cup. Try not to go on top of it, just right next to it. It will still blend together though. I'm gonna be able to do some more black for sure. So let's go ahead and do that. Might be able to add some more black. So let's add some more. I don't have a lot of black, but I will add it. I've got this up because there's a back on this frame, but I didn't seal it or anything, so I've just got it propped up in case it does leak out any. I can just drip down onto my mat. I mixed up some more black, and then I poured some of that black in this little cup with a little bit of black mica powder from Let's Resin also. So I can see where my silver drifted. Better add a little more black. I want it to be as black as the first time I put it in here. Okay. Okay. Now, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to pour it in a little cup also. Okay. That makes me a lot happier. How black is this? I might go along the edge. Wow, I'm not doing a very good job. Let's go along the edge of the black with this if I can. Maybe this will hold that silver back. Oh, cool. I really like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna let this cure up and then I'll come back and then we'll put some kind of lines on it with a paint pen. See you soon. Bye. Okay, guys, I've got some glitter in this bag. I used some of this glitter I got from Michael's. It's called Platinum. And then I also had a little tube of silver, so I put some of that in there too. Cut the little hole in this piping bag. Okay, that's good. Okay, I think I'm gonna go along the lines of the silver. Or try to anyway. I just went around the silver. I guess I could do a little more. You know, because my white kind of ran up on there. And you can do this however you want to do it. I don't know exactly how big this picture frame is. I don't know. Oh, I got paint on my arm I need to get off. That's what happens when I get carried away and get paint all over me. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna stop at the silver glitter. I have this giant bottle of black glitter from Michael's, so I mixed it with some resin. I think I'm gonna go along the black. I'm gonna go along the inside because you know I did the black with the black mica powder. Sweet. Okay, I'm super happy with that. Nice. All right, guys, I'm so happy with that. I'll let that cure and we'll come back and do the lines. See ya. Okay, guys, I'm trying to decide, where I want some lines at. I don't know which one of my pens are new. I think this one is. But make sure you shake your pens really well. I got a couple Posca pens. Some smaller ones. I got a bigger one. Black and white. Now I've got a big white one, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. But I've got these black and white ones. I got a silver and a gold one. But I think I'm gonna go around the outside with the gold as soon as I get this one shaken up and brought to the top. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go around the stones with the gold. I did go around it with the glitter right here, which is fine. I'm just gonna follow that line around. It gives it a little pop of color, more than what's on there. Awesome. Oh my gosh. I think that's so beautiful. You know, there's many ways you can add lines. You know, you can, I think with a thinner gold one, I might go, you know what, I might do a little black line in the white, right next to the gold. A thin, tiny one. Is that possible? You know, you can draw your lines however you want to draw them. Mine are squiggly because I'm shaking. I still love them though. I think they're amazing. I'll make sure I zoom in, you know, in my last pictures, just in case you guys don't see it very well. Okay, that was my little black one. I'm gonna do another gold line, a small one, on the outside of the black. So let me shake it really well. You wanna get a steady flow to come out. I got a bad habit of dragging my hand across the paper or whatever when I'm writing. So I'm trying to drag it along, you know, as I'm doing this. I'm gonna try to get close to this black line. I'm gonna try to keep it going in a flow. And you know, when you get this all done, you can top coat it if you really want to. It's totally up to you. Okay, I've got my silver. I'll skip through some of these steps. But you know, because you can add your lines wherever you absolutely want to add them. But it's beyond easy. Anyone can do this. And you can make really cool, you know, really cool stuff. Okay, so now the black. I'm gonna go along the inside or the outside? Maybe I'll do along the inside with the silver one. Neat, I like that a lot. I'm probably gonna put this in here, in my resin room. I might put it, no, I might put it above my vanity in my bedroom. But I have this giant piece of wood outside that I want to use to make something on, and I'll put that in my bedroom. So this is just a smaller one I wanted to do. You know, the frame was so cheap. And if you guys have any old frames, you know, paint them and repurpose them. You know, make some geode wall art for your house. Something new, you know, spruce up the place. If you want to do that, or sell them or whatever, give them as a gift. You know, it'd be something fun you could create with your spouse or kids or grandkids. Especially if you let them draw on their own little lines. How cool is that? You know, really feel like they're a part of the project, which is super cool. You know what I mean? You know, I don't want to do too many lines, but I mean, it really doesn't. You can do as many lines as you want to do. I could do the whole thing in lines, you know? So however you wanna do it. Can I zoom in a little better for you to see it? I know the lighting in my house is different. to be able to see everything. I do remove those bottom 2 lines I added in that middle of that black part in the bottom. I didn't like them, so I just got them out of there. But yeah, you guys can definitely use picture frames, repurposed frames, whatever you want to do. You can do whatever kind of lines you want. If you have any questions and I can help you at all, I sure will. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you have a super extraordinary day. I've got a picture coming up, and I will see you later. Bye.